In this video, I'll go over all of the secrets in the 2023 Golden Bag of Candy. These secrets range from funny inside jokes to possible sneak peeks for future content updates. Either way, you'll want to stick around to the end of the video to find out what all of these secrets are. So without further ado, let's take a look at the first candy bar in the 2023's Golden Bag. The first bar is the Alt, made by the YouTuber Afton. This bar has 3 Easter eggs, ranging from obvious to practically impossible to discover. The first is the name Alt, which relates to the amount of alt accounts seen in Lumber Tycoon 2. These accounts usually exist to do shady actions, such as hacking or duping. And now, with the introduction of human moderators, alt accounts seem to be more common than ever before in Lumber Tycoon 2. The second Easter egg is hidden in the bar's ingredient list. Here, 4 account names can be seen, those being One Stud Grid, Creterin, Random Flow 1, and Mr. McMelon. All of these accounts are alts, with One Stud Grid being Defaultio's alt, Random Flow 1 being Afton's alt, and the other 2 being mine. And the final Easter egg in this bar is its size, which is 8.14 ounces. This actually translates to a date, August 14th, which is when Afton and I met up in real life to brainstorm some bar ideas, including this one. Next up is one of my personal favorites, the Built Stuff bar. Now this bar is kind of difficult to determine which one it's based off of, but it's this built protein bar that actually tastes pretty good. Anyways, as for Easter eggs, as you can see, the bar says made with 100% real blueprints. However, there is a corner wedge seen on the top right of the bar. So does this mean that Lumber Tycoon 2 will finally be getting corner wedges? Well, only time will tell. The third bar is Carocello, which is modeled after the Caramello bar. This bar only has one reference, but it is quite a big one. Back in 2016, many videos went popular on YouTube about Lumber Tycoon 2 that involved trying to sell a pink car inside of the wood drop-off. While these clickbait videos were always false, they did generate a lot of traction and got a lot of views, making them a really easy subject to cover. And the falsity of these videos is mimicked in the bar's description, which says that cars do not actually sell in the wood drop-off. The next bar is Dupe Mounts, another one made by the YouTuber Afton. There are 2 Easter eggs in this bar, the first of which being the massive dupe mounts which are seen below the text. These are made to mimic the huge mounds of duped items that can be found within Lumber Tycoon 2 as a result of tons of duping and exploiting. The second Easter egg is a little more subtle, but as you look through the bar, you may see some weird objects. Notably being this pin-looking structure right here. And I'm sure you'll all get this reference in the future. Another bar made by Afton is the High Chop. This is based on the Japanese-based candy High Chew, and it's the first candy that we have that's based in a different country. Anyways, this bar has 2 major Easter eggs. The first of which being the text Green Swampy, which, if you didn't know, is the file name for zombie wood. And the second Easter egg is the text below the logo, immensely frustrating, intensely choppy frame rate. And if you didn't know, this is a reference to the insanely bad frame rate that can happen in Lumber Tycoon 2, especially when there is a lot of loose items or dupe mounds around. Next up is the Tin Jenny's Peanut Butter Trucks, and this is just a slight retexture from last year containing all of the same Easter eggs, with one new one. But as a recap, the first Easter egg is the Big Gift size, which refers to the Big Gift, currently the largest gift in Lumber Tycoon 2. And the next Easter egg is the tin color truck seen on the wrapper. This may look like a Vols all-purpose hauler, but it's actually not. It's a box truck from my 2022 April Fool's video. You can tell it's a box truck based on the fact that it has no doors and these little step downs which can be seen on my truck. And now on to the new Easter egg. While last year's Jenny said 5 out of 3 lumberjacks recommend, this one says 2 out of 16. And 2 out of 16 actually translates to February 16th, the date when the infamous furnace glitch incident happened in Test 2. If you want to know more about this, well, I don't really have any answers for you, cause I don't even know what this really was. Now I'm going to breeze by these next 2 bars. They were both made by individuals other than Afton and myself. To be more specific, they were the 2 winners of the Lumber Tycoon 2 Wiki's candy competition. In this competition, the community could design bars that would be included in the Golden Bag of Candy. If you are interested in this type of competition, I recommend you join the wiki server, which I will have linked below. Editing Electro here, and we actually have a competition coming up in about 2 days from when this video releases, so make sure to go and check out the wiki server if you want to be part of this new competition. Congrats again Rice Required and TC1010 Tiago for making these 2 amazing bars. The next and probably most mysterious bar is the Rough Road. This bar has 3 main visible Easter eggs which are all quite confusing. First up is this weird shadow seen in the top right of the bar. This appears to be some type of gondola, although I'm not sure what exactly it leads to or what its significance is. The next strange Easter egg is the road itself, as this type of road doesn't exist anywhere inside of Lumber Tycoon 2. Its dark brown color and slate texture is somewhat equivalent to all of the rocks seen around the map, although I doubt that the rocks would be in this road-like shape and that they would be called a road at all. And the final Easter egg is whoever is driving this car here. It doesn't look like any NPC seen in the game, so it must be some other reference to some other player. Ultimately, this bar is very weird and has a lot of Easter eggs that I don't think will be solved for a long time. Next up we have the Say Fails bar made by Apton, and this one has a lot of Easter eggs packed into it. The first of which is its name, Say Fails, which is accompanied by an image of an autosave fail error. Now obviously this refers to all of the times that Lumber Tycoon 2 fails to save your plot and you end up losing a little or a lot of data. Notoriously, these save fails happen whenever there is a mass server shutdown, which typically occurs whenever new items are released. One of these times was the Christmas event of 2020, in which broken items led to the shutdown of all servers on Christmas Day. Many users lost some data during this shutdown, including me who lost my entire slot. Luckily, Defaultio ran the revert bot and got all of the slots restored so only minimal losses occurred. Unfortunately for me, I lost my number 404 ball during this wipe and was unable to get it back once the revert completed. I was really sad at the time and tried to get Defaultio to add this painting into the game with an image of my prize ball. And while he didn't add the painting, he did take the time to make me a custom 404 ball and place it onto my base. And thus this painting was lost forever. On a lighter note, this is a cool image of Defaultio's face. Coming close to the end is one of the more simpler bars this year, the TNT Choppy Cherry. And this is actually the first bar since 2020 that has a vertical format, with the last bar being another one of the TNT variety. However, this bar does have a pretty funny Easter egg, that being the cherry tree leaves seen on the bottom of the bar. These leaves are actually the same color as the sour cherry leaves that me and Apton used in our April Fool's 2023 video. In that video, we fooled the entire community by adding these sour cherry trees into this new biome, and they look pretty realistic if I do say so myself. And now we arrive at the final candy bar, the Torque. There are 2 Easter eggs in this candy bar, the first one being its name, the Torque. And torque is the rotational analog of linear force, also referred to as the moment of force, and it describes the rate of change of angular momentum that would be imparted to an isolated body. Basically, it makes wheels spin. And the other Easter egg is just a spare tire which is cut in half as if a bite was taken out of it. And that was all of the bars in the 2023 Golden Bag of Candy. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned some interesting secrets that may even hint towards potential game updates. I guess we never know. Anyways, this is gonna be it for me. Goodbye.